Most men think they lack discipline. What they actually lack is direction. They feel the fire inside them, but it leaks. They have ideas, but no clarity. They have strength, but no inner stillness to guide it. Modern masculinity tells men to harden, to suppress, to dominate. But the ancient truth was never about suppression. It was about integration. A man who only thinks is blind. A man who only feels is lost. Power is born when logic and intuition stop fighting and start working together. And this is where semen retention was never just about control. It was about restoring the internal union that makes a man whole. There is a misunderstanding that has quietly damaged modern masculinity. Men have been taught that power is aggression, that logic must suppress intuition, and that sensitivity weakens strength. But this division is artificial. Ancient traditions understood something far deeper. A man becomes truly powerful only when his masculine and feminine energies are in harmony. Semen retention is not merely a physical discipline. It is an internal recalibration, a return to balance. When a man constantly releases his life force, his nervous system remains locked in outward consumption. Pleasure replaces perception. Reaction replaces awareness. The mind becomes noisy, impulsive, fragmented. In this state, logic exists, but it is mechanical, dry, disconnected from wisdom. Retention changes the direction of energy. Instead of leaking outward, energy begins to circulate inward and upward. This shift awakens what modern culture has suppressed in men: the feminine principle of intuition, receptivity, and deep perception. The feminine aspect in a man is not weakness. It is his capacity to listen, to reality, to silence, to subtle signals before they become obvious. It is the intelligence that feels truth before the mind explains it. This intuition is not emotional chaos. It is direct perception, unfiltered by compulsive desire. When retention stabilizes the nervous system, the mind quiets. In that quiet, intuition emerges naturally, not as imagination, not as fantasy, but as clarity. A man begins to sense timing. He knows when to act and when to wait. He reads people without effort. He feels the direction of his life before plans are made. This intuitive intelligence is connected to the source of creation itself. All creation begins in silence, before form, before thought. The feminine principle receives this silent intelligence. It is the womb of insight. But intuition alone does not build civilizations. This is where the masculine principle comes in. Masculine energy is structure, logic, strategy, execution. It takes what intuition receives and gives it form. It asks, how does this become real? It turns vision into systems, insight into architecture, inspiration into disciplined action. Without the feminine, masculine logic becomes rigid, disconnected, destructive. Without the masculine, feminine intuition remains unexpressed, unrealized, trapped in abstraction. Semen retention unites them. As retention deepens, a man no longer feels torn between sensitivity and strength. His intuition feeds his strategy. His logic protects his intuition from illusion. Decisions stop being forced. They become precise. Action becomes minimal but effective. He no longer wastes energy proving himself. His presence speaks first. This is why retained men often describe a sense of inner wholeness. Not emotional volatility, not spiritual escapism, but grounded clarity. The mind becomes like a sword guided by a compass. Feminine intuition provides direction. Masculine logic provides precision. Together, they create mastery. This balance also changes how a man relates to creation itself. He no longer seeks validation from pleasure or distraction. Creation becomes an extension of his inner order. His work carries depth. His words carry weight. His silence carries authority. He does not chase inspiration. He receives it. And then he builds. Semen retention, at its highest level, is not about denying desire. It is about transmuting desire into perception, perception into vision, and vision into reality. This is the alchemy. A man who balances his feminine intuition with masculine structure becomes dangerous, not in violence, but in clarity. He cannot be manipulated by impulse. He cannot be distracted by noise. He stands connected to the source, yet fully grounded in the world. This is not repression. This is integration. And integration is the highest form of power. Understand this clearly. A man who leaks his energy lives reactively. A man who retains and integrates lives intentionally. When intuition guides your direction, and logic executes with precision, life stops feeling chaotic and starts responding to you. You don't chase purpose. You don't force confidence. You don't beg reality to listen. You become aligned. And alignment is power without aggression, clarity without noise, authority without performance. Semen retention is not about becoming less human. It is about becoming fully human, aware, grounded, intuitive, strategic. This is the union. This is the discipline. This is the return. Not to control, but to mastery.